100 laps of Spears Southwest Tour Racing at Irwindale Speedway is green.
Did we mention 3 wides?
Did we mention 4 wides? We like them wide here at Irwindale Speedway. We also like them side by side. Jace Hansen in the 75 machine almost clears. He does clear Gomes. I think he convincingly took that one away from the 16 machine. He said, look, I know you're out there, but I'm gonna come up anyways. But how about Buddy Shepard, the 22 machine to the inside for the lead. Also in that mix, the 50 machine of Trevor Huddleston. We mentioned that he's the winningest driver at Irwindale Speedway, but Buddy Shepard comes up on Hansen, and here comes Gomes all the way down to the inside, 3 wide.
Door to door leaning on each other.
I think the drivers heard you when you warned them before the race that, hey, we've already seen 2 really good races tonight. Good luck.
Yeah.
Wow. So we've already been 3 wide. We've already sandwiched somebody. We almost had Buddy Shepard get hit by Gomes right there, you know, just hitting all the check marks. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Holtz on the outside. That's Charles Price in the 22 machine. Now, Charles is another driver that we've seen with experience here at Irwindale Speedway.
Yeah, Charles has run Super Late models. We got a problem. Front straightaway.
Spangler into the... He's into the barrier on the inside of the track. It's like he lost his steering completely.
Something happened, yeah. He was on the brakes, but the car was only going left and directly into and underneath that tire barrier. Boom, right there.
And you know that whole time Spangler's watching that and seeing this barrier get bigger and bigger, and just like, come on, turn any direction, please turn. Hey Mom, I'm on TV. All right, let's go back to it. We're only 6 laps into this event and we've already gone stir crazy.
Yes, we have.
Into turn number 1. Combs all over that rear bumper of Shepard. I'm still gonna have to get used to calling Hansen the 75 driver.
Me too.
And they are everywhere through turns 3 and 4. And here we go. Why don't we do another squeeze 3 wide for the lead? Why
not? Look at that crossover move that Hansen did.
This is a big team up between Hansen and the 75 team. Oh man, a little contact maybe. Because Hansen, we know that he's good. And the 08 machine that we regularly see him in this division, this is a track where Hansen excels at. So it'll be curious to see what happens here tonight. Now Hansen, he's found himself in victory lane this year. It's not working. I'll just call it like I see it. For example, to the inside, Dan Holtz, and the 44 machine on the outside, Jeremy Doss. Just behind them, the 57 machine with a strong qualifying effort. Yeah.
Contact was made.
And I just want to mention Ross again because it's so cool to see Ross back on track that night. Yeah. I'm sure we'll see him throughout this event, but we can't stop watching Dan Holtz just climbing his way up the ladder.
3 wide.
No, Dan.
Dan is trying to go for second right now.
Dan Superman. And Dan is not afraid. You mentioned this move already a few times. He's not afraid to just shut the door.
And now he's stuck on the outside, so what does he do?
Just push you out of the way. I don't actually think that they use a motor inside the 23. I think he has a pedal system for his arms. And he's just he's kind of swimming in the car. You know?
I get you.
Yeah.
Good battle for the second spot. Good battle all over the screen. But right now we're watching the 75 and the 16, Gomes and Hansen, not Doss. Doss is in the red 44. Remember that, because we're going to screw it up at least once.
Another driver working his way into the mix is the 11, just at the back of that group of Herzog. And here's Dan Holtz back to the inside. Ooh, Gomes had to gather it up out of turn number 2. And there's Holtz doing his move.
Up to second.
The 23 is coming.
Probably didn't feel any better, but Ross,
Ooh, man,
he
he's
gets
sideways.
yes, dancy there into turn number 3. But Rossi's been a mainstay competitor in the Spear Southwest Tour Series, but then he's kind of been taking a hit-and-miss break. Seems like he's back. Him and Blaine in the 98 team cars coming out and racing with us most of the time, and good to have them back.
We go back to racing with 54 laps to go. And Shepard didn't even want to chance it. Gomes is going to take over the second spot.
Oh, it's going to work to that inside. I feel like he wanted that inside, and there he has it.
Ooh, yeah.
Price almost taking the wall with him.
Now there's a lot of heavy racing around the 10th position. The 50 machine of Huddleston's in the middle. To his inside, Cole Raz, who did not have a good qualifying effort. It looks like, as we heard some drivers say, it might not qualify good, but it's gonna race good.
Oh, look at that. Tight into turn number 1. Look at Cole Raz. That 42 machine was a non-issue from qualifying, but we all slept on him.
We're 4 wide out of turn number 2 right now. We're just holding on to everything. Again, Huddleston's still stuck in the middle, and they're about at their limit as far as how much more room they can take away from each other. But this, as a race car driver, has got to be what you live for.
This has to be white knuckle ride and hands shaking after this one. There you see the 22. Buddy Shepard checked out over Gomes, but the battle is coming out of turn number 2.
Look at this. And also in that mix, John Moore, he didn't have a great qualifying effort at 27. Right through the middle, he's like, if you guys are going to keep giving me room, we're nearly 4 wide down the front straightaway. I apologize to the rest of the field. I ain't looking away from this.
No, not at all. I find it interesting that Hansen and Doss are seemingly struggling right now, stuck on the inside, but really haven't done a whole lot of passing here tonight.
Well, they also did just come into pit, so they're making up a little bit of ground. But yeah.
I just mean in general.
Right, and that might be why they opted for both cars to come in. Maybe they said, look, if we get the right amount of track position, we start working our way through the field as we're still 3 wide. At some point, you almost become numb to it. This is Irwindale Speedway. This is what you come to expect. This racing at this half mile.
Great stuff.
Oh, man. John Moore came from the apron, and I don't know where he ended up.
Look at them go all the way to the grass.
Yeah.
Oh, door slamming into turn number 1. 57 of Telford, the 42 of Raz. There is plenty of room around this racetrack, but you can still argue for real estate. It ain't free here.
No. And this is also where you'll see some drivers start to play chicken with other drivers.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, what if I chop your nose? The problem is when that driver plays chicken right back, and sometimes where we see issues arise. They're still making it work, though.
The beauty of Irwindale. Look at how tied into 1.
Same 2 guys. If they keep this up, the 57 is going to have the number 42 on his door.
Well, you mentioned it, Jeffrey, in these races. When you got a bunch of black cars all around each other or similar painted cars, if you trade paint, it's the same color. No one will ever know.
That's the trick. Just convince all your competitors to have the same color paint. So Huddleston has slipped back. He was amidst that 3 wide with the 42. They're closing in on the rear bumper of Price. Hansen's still working that inside line. I wonder if for some of these guys they're having to cool down these tires, as we've been watching this mix now for about 15 laps, and there's still no reason to look away from it. Your top three right now, Checkered, Gomes.
Oh, contact up the track goes Price. 22 machine. Looks like the 42 of Raz got into his rear bumper. Now Bischofberger gonna do the same.
No one's gonna play nice. Now, do you remember when we talked to Bischofberger and he said he did not seem very confident in a 1-2 finish tonight for that team?
But he's moving forward. Maybe not the pace that he would like.
Now,
but
Price
he is going the right direction.
Yeah, Price, he's slipping back a lot. I don't know if that just upset the tires for enough and he's being able to regather it up, but he lost a lot of positions in that. Did you see if he got the wall?
No, I don't think he did. I think he just lost a whole bunch of speed coming through turn 3 and 4.
A big loss in position there. The 22 essentially went from the 5th position, is now outside, almost battling for 15th. 10 positions dropped in a matter of about 1 lap. Now 1 car off the pace, it's the 90 machine of Rostramiska. Remember, we saw that car on pit road for a while during that caution on lap 46, who, by the way, in the last couple of laps, has lost over half a second to Dan Holtz in the 23 machine. And when your interval is 1.7, that's a big chunk. Shepard just hoping that the lap traffic works with him in these last couple of laps. And let's go 3 wide.
3 wide, why not? This is a great battle up front.
Into turn number 3, the 42 machine of Raz racing hard with the 44 of Doss, the 75 of Hansen. They're closing in on the 88 of Gilbert. He is a lap down. With 13 laps to go. And Gilbert gets pushed in the middle, and that really hurt the momentum of Jeremy Doss in the 44. Now, to make the Buddy Shepard fans feel better, Buddy Shepard has regained that half-second loss. So it is back up to 2.2 second gap between first and second. Well, here's the good thing. White flag is in the air for Buddy Shepard. Can he finally get the monkey off of his back through the final lap? This is what we've all expected to see. The 22 machine, the Shepard family racing back in victory lane, and Buddy Shepard finally takes the checkered flag in the Spears Southwest Tour.
Oh yeah, she was solid. You know, kind of short crew this weekend. Me and my guys got her done. This one's definitely for Nick. We got this deal back together beginning of last year, and really wish we could have got one with him, but this one's for him. Can't thank everyone for coming out. Can't thank Martin's Auto Color and Dobie Hager Trucking, Brembo, Advanced Distribution, Shavers Racing Oil, Swift, HP Elite Motors, Crystal Pools. Can't thank them enough.